Hi, welcome to MCC Connects. I'm Mary Jo Griffin. Joining me now is Karen Oster, who's the chair of the theater department. Welcome, Karen. Thank you so much for joining me.
Thank you.
How did you end up, what is your background? How did you end up at Middlesex Community College?
Well, I actually was living in New York, and I had been there for a while. I graduated from Boston Conservatory, and then I did the actor thing and went to New York and did a lot of stuff there. I had some wonderful, wonderful work there with some great people like Paul Simon, Mark Anthony, and did some Broadway stuff, did some national tour stuff, and then I was traveling a lot. I was touring a lot, and then 9/11 happened, and I had decided that I was kind of ready to be off the train and wanted to be with my family. And my brother was here and my mom was here. And so I came back to Massachusetts because I had gone to the conservatory. And I adopted my two children and decided that I was kind of ready to settle down and get off the theater train. But I had so much that I wanted to do. And so a friend of mine got me involved here as the teaching a couple of classes because I knew them from a while back. And then eventually, they ended up being the chair of the department.
Tell us a little bit about the Middlesex Community College Theater Program.
The theater program is, in terms of productions at least, we do 3 productions a year. Hopefully, as we begin to grow, we can get more productions going. And we do a fall play, which is usually a classic of some sort. And then we do a musical, big musical, which is always the fun one. Or they're all fun, but that's the one that everybody is excited about. And then we do a series of one-act plays that are student-directed through our directing class.
And is that in the fall or the spring?
That's in the spring.
Okay.
And the musical's in the spring. And then the program itself, we have two different programs. They're both a theater option. And one is a liberal studies and one is liberal arts and sciences. And the program itself, we have things that are offered typical that would be transferred over into any other college that offers this kind of programming. So it would be, for instance, taking intro to acting and taking history of theater and things of that nature, which a lot of that is transferable.
So do most of our students transfer to a 4-year college?
It's interesting because with theater, it really is the kind of, or the performing arts really, it's a matter of, do you want to go in it as an actor? Do you want to go in as a technician? Do you want to go in as an educator? And so they kind of discover all of that while they're with us.
I always see actors and actresses as having not a gift, having a gift, but also a different type of a person than I am. I can't even I cannot comprehend how an actor does it or why an actor does it. So if I was to take your class, how would you grade me?
I would say that the first thing that we do is an intro to acting class, for example, is that we take a monologue. That's really sort of their final. A monologue is a piece that's spoken by yourself. And we take it in all of its steps. How do you communicate with an audience? And it really becomes about not necessarily, it isn't about how good are you, but it's how much you've progressed.
That makes sense.
So when you're speaking in front of people, so it doesn't even need to be an audience, but it's really life lessons that you're taking with you to go to a business meeting and be able to speak in front of people or whatever it might be. And so the thing that I'm basically grading them on is not how they are in comparison to the other people in the class, but their own individual progress. So if it's somebody who's never been on stage before and they just get up and do it and they've been terrified, or they get up and memorize something, they've been terrified. I mean, we all applaud and we're like cheering them because we're a family now and we're all cheering each other on, and that to me is somebody who's progressed.
Yeah. So how do you choose the production that
the
you
productions? Well, I try to, when I first came in as chair, I decided that I wanted to give the students a really well-rounded option of things to be taking or being involved with in the production. So I knew the classics were really important, and they were for me, and they are for any actor. And so if we're going to be studying something, then I want them to get the experience of actually getting up and doing it. So
talk a little bit about the summer children's program.
The children's program goes up. Well, this year we're doing something different. We're doing 2 programs. We're doing one for older kids and one for younger kids.
Oh, that's nice.
Yeah, to split it up because I think the younger kids, once they get to a certain age, have to have somewhere to go.
Right.
So 2 productions that we're doing, which we're still trying to figure out what we're doing, and that happens in the summer, and they're 3-week programs. And the kids come in the morning and they rehearse the show that we choose, and they act and sing and dance and build the sets together and work on the costumes together. Mm-hmm. And then at the end of 3 weeks, we put up the production.
Karen Oster, thank you so much for joining me today.
Thank you.
We're going to take a short break. Please stay tuned. At Middlesex Community College, you can save a fortune on a priceless education. Call 1-800-818-3434 or online at www.middlesex.mass.edu. It's our business to help your business. The Middlesex Community College Business and Industry Programs customizes corporate education and training. Call 1-888-622-2400. Get on the fast track to your future at Middlesex Community College Weekend College. Earn a business or early childhood degree today. Call 1-800-818-3434. Did you know Middlesex Community College has a dental hygiene clinic? We offer a full range of services at greatly reduced rates. Stop by the clinic at 44 Middle Street in Lowell or call for an appointment at 978-656-3250. Get connected by following Middlesex Community College on Twitter, like us on Facebook, subscribe to us on YouTube, and stay up to date with the MCC blog. Joining me now is Carmen Peralta, the chair of the music department at Middlesex Community College. Welcome, Carmen.
Thank you so much.
You are also a professor of music.
That's correct. Yes.
So let's start with, tell me a little bit about you, how you started at Middlesex Community College, because you are a concert pianist.
That's correct.
So what made you leave the world of performing to
Well,
teach?
actually, I combine both. But I went to school in New York. I went to Juilliard. And then I got married and moved up to the Boston area. And that's when I started to teach at Middlesex. And I really, really loved the combination of teaching and performing, and it's worked out very well for me.
Going to Juilliard, which is every musician's dream and dancer's dream, when you were there, were you hoping to, did you picture yourself teaching something?
I did, actually.
Oh,
yes.
that's nice.
I always enjoyed teaching, and I did outreach programs and lecture recitals, and so I hoped that I would become the best performer I could become, but I wanted to combine it always with teaching.
So you play piano. I've had the pleasure of hearing you play. You're absolutely phenomenal.
Thank you very much.
Beautiful. So what else do you play besides piano?
That's it.
Oh, okay. So you specialize in one specific.
That's correct.
And is that what you teach at Middlesex?
I teach a variety of things at Middlesex. I teach piano, of course, piano privately, studio piano, piano class, music appreciation. I've taught music theory, so a variety of classes.
How long have you been at Middlesex?
Forever. We were just trying to figure that out. I think I've been there about 24 years or so.
Wow.
Long time.
That's wonderful. And you're based out of the Bedford campus. In fact, our backdrop has your...
My office is right there, yes. I'm gazing upon my
and
office.
there's actually, for the folks who don't know, there's actually a beautiful concert auditorium right in our North Academic Building
the
on the
concert
Bedford
hall.
campus.
Right.
And how many concerts do you put on a year?
We put about 12. We put on about 12 concerts a year. That's counting the World of Music concert series and also some student performances. So it's generally 6 each semester.
6 each. Okay, so let's talk a little bit about the fact that Middlesex Community College does have a music program. So tell us a little bit about that.
We have a music department, actually, and we offer a variety of courses. We offer music survey classes like music appreciation, world music, American music, and we have a new course called Rock, Pop, Hip Hop, and Social Change.
Oh, wow. And how many students major in music today?
Not too many, maybe 10 or 12.
Oh, wow.
We'd like to keep it small, but I think it's a good idea. But I should mention we have over 600 students who take music classes.
So what does the music major do?
Music major really helps the students to be able to transfer to a 4-year conservatory or university. And what we really work hard doing is preparing those students for the entrance audition, because that's the crucial part of getting into a conservatory or a music program in a university. And so we help with that. They also have to take a theory placement exam, piano placement exam, so they can prepare for that at Middlesex, as well as taking their music classes and English comp and math classes and everything at the same time. So then when they transfer, they enter as juniors or second semester sophomores.
Where have some of your students gone on to after their 4-year degree? Well, let's start with, do any of them just finish after 2 years and go on and do something with their music?
Very rarely.
Okay.
Rarely. Sometimes they go on to 4-year universities and minor in music and then pursue something else. Most often they go transfer to music. But since the program is still pretty new, we really don't have a lot of data of what the students do when they finish their 4-year degrees. We will pretty soon.
Do the students come to you and say, I want to be a performer, or do they see it as making a living, or do they see it as just something to have for the rest of their life?
I think it's a combination. So I'm hoping that all students want to keep it for the rest of their lives, whether or not they continue to make a living in music or they decide to do something different, but to keep on, of course, with music. But most of the students want to do a combination of teaching, or a lot of them are interested in sound recording, some in music business, so a combination of many different things.
There's only a couple of music teachers per school system, so where do the other music graduates go?
A lot of them freelance. So I know in classical music, that's what most of them do. They play in various chamber music ensembles, they play in orchestras. I think the Boston area has 12 orchestras, but only one are full-time players. The rest of them are freelance players, and they gather together and play. So chamber music, I'm saying in classical music, right. It'd be chamber music, a lot of church music, private lessons, private studios, adjunct positions in various universities and colleges. That's basically where the classical musician would go. And the popular musician, or people who are a combination, would do the same thing. They would have freelance positions combined with private teaching, combined maybe with something with music business, something with recording. So I think the future, it seems to be, is having a variety of talents within music, making a career doing something in different areas. I think it's really hard to be a singer and to expect to be a performer, solo performer. You have to have a variety of things. Whether you're classical, whether you're in folk music, ethnomusicology, popular, doesn't matter.
What are the goals? What is your goal for the music department at Middlesex Community College?
Well, I think we have several goals, actually. And the first we just talked about was to help a variety of people really appreciate and understand how music can affect them. So if you're a criminal justice major, you always want to play the piano, to be able to have that opportunity to do that. The second would be to give students, music majors and non-music majors, an opportunity to perform, to play, to take that voice class and actually stand up in front of people and sing, which is a wonderful experience. The third, we also talked about preparing music majors for their auditions when they're transferring. And the fourth, I guess, would be really to try to make a difference in the community. And we do that through the concert series and our outreach program.
Well, Carmen Peralta, the chair of the music department, thank you so much for spending this time with me. And if people want to hear more about or learn more, they can go on the website and /music department?
Yes, or just music.
Just music.
Yeah.
We're going to take a short break. Please stay tuned. At Middlesex Community College, you can save a fortune on a priceless education. Call 1-800-818-3434 or online at www.middlesex.mass.edu. It's our business to help your business. The Middlesex Community College Business and Industry Programs customizes corporate education and training. Call 1-888-622-2400. Get on the fast track to your future at Middlesex Community College Weekend College. Earn a business or early childhood degree today. Call 1-800-818-3434. Did you know Middlesex Community College has a dental hygiene clinic? We offer a full range of services at greatly reduced rates. Stop by the clinic at 44 Middle Street in Lowell or call for an appointment at 978-656-3250. Get connected by following Middlesex Community College on Twitter, like us on Facebook, subscribe to us on YouTube, and stay up to date with the MCC blog. Welcome back to MCC Connects. I'm now joined by Judy Burke, who's the Dean of Corporate and Community Training and Education.
Very close.
Very close?
Yes, education and training. But
Education and training.
it's great.
What brought you to Middlesex Community College? Tell us a little bit about you and your background.
Sure. So I grew up in Lowell, not too far from here in the Centerville section of Lowell, graduate of Keith Hall and St. Michael's Grammar School and the University of Mass Lowell, which I'm very proud of.
As am I.
Yes. And then when I graduated from UMass Lowell, I went to Raytheon, completed their management development program and contracts, and did that for about 6 years, and decided after 6 years that the travel was maybe just a little bit too much, and decided that I wanted to switch careers and get into education. Oddly enough, my sister saw an ad in the Lowell Sun. I'm grateful to the Lowell Sun, and for a program manager's job at Middlesex Community College, and I had heard so much about it and thought, I'm going to give that a try, and the rest is history 21 years later. And
21 years.
21 years, started out as a program manager at Middlesex, and I just love Middlesex Community College so much. It's a wonderful school.
Tell us what's going on with workforce training and how we're adapting, the college is adapting to what the president and what the governor is looking for.
So Middlesex has been involved in workforce development since I've been at the college. Carol Cowan is a very progressive president and has always wanted Middlesex to be on the forefront of workforce development. So our role is to be open access to employers, to work with them around any sort of training need that they might have. So it's soup to nuts, whether it's English as a second language, adult basic ed, or C++ or Java, software programs, whatever the company needs, pretty much we can try to provide for them. We act as a training vendor, essentially, on behalf of the college. Most of our training is offered right on site at the company site. And, any time of the day or night. We've had companies that have wanted training at 10 o'clock at night, 10 to midnight, or 5 in the morning to 7 in the morning. You would think that would be a problem, but we have such a large cadre of faculty and staff that we can support that.
How about a small business that just has, say a dental office or a small business? Can they afford something like this?
So the small business, that's a really good question, because small businesses don't have the populace for cohort training. They can't pull from different departments to provide training. So what we offer to them oftentimes is open enrollment courses through our community education area. So say they need to get someone up to speed in Excel, or they want to get somebody a credential in project management. We would try to get them in the door to take that class either at night or during the day, whatever time it's offered. There are also grant funds available. Some are geared towards small business, the Workforce Training Express Fund. Anybody who pays into unemployment insurance effectively can take advantage of this training fund. And it's for grants of up to $250,000, so it's significant. It's significant money. Middlesex plays an active role in working with companies and with businesses, organizations, nonprofits in some cases, to write and then implement grants. So Mary Ann Dean, who we both know and love, is our Dean of Resource Development, and she and her staff get right in the thick of it with an employer to help them write these training fund grants, which is oftentimes an obstacle to employers.
Well, I was going to say, the financial would be the biggest obstacle.
The financial, and then also the idea of writing a grant oftentimes is just overwhelming for them. So our grant writers go in and they work with them and they help them write the grants. They know what kind of paperwork is needed. Our program managers go in and help them with budgeting. And then once the grant is funded, then Middlesex or a group of vendors would then implement the training.
So if there's a business out there listening or watching today, and they're just curious whether they even need training, never mind whether they apply for a grant, who do they contact?
They could contact me directly, actually. My number is 978-656-3143. That's my direct line.
Okay.
I would love to talk to...
And there's no cost to sitting down with you and meeting with you and going over potentially some help.
No, because the mission of the community college is open access to education, and that mission extends to our employer partners. And really, we want to make our employer partners better. We want to make them stronger, more competitive. We want them to succeed in Massachusetts. So when we go into companies, oftentimes they're very surprised, pleasantly surprised, to see what we have to offer and how we can possibly help them.
All right, and you have another whole segment of community education and non-credit and miles that another time we're going to talk about.
Okay, great.
All right, Judy Burke,
Thank you, Mary
so
Jo.
much.
Thank you.
Thank you for joining me for this episode of MCC Connects. Stay tuned each month so that you too can be connected to Middlesex Community College.